Hey guys, it's Justina. If you're old, welcome back, homie, and if you're new, comment, like, and subscribe for me. So I know it's been a long time, like 3 or 4 weeks, but I'll get back to that in a few. But let me just tell you, I graduated high school. I graduated. Yeah, I mean, I feel really proud of myself for surviving for those 6 years, but I mean, I guess it was worth it. I graduated on the 24th of June, so that was a pretty hefty 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. Every day since then, I was like, Justina, pick up the camera, you gotta record a video, you gotta do something. And I don't know why, but I just had no energy whatsoever, and I'm really trying to change that because it's making me upset. And I know I'm keeping you guys waiting, and I hate that because I literally love you all so much, and I never want to keep you waiting for anything because I like making videos and I want to keep you guys entertained, and I want to give you advice with whatever you need advice with. And it's just really sad to be sad because then I don't have the willpower to make a video. As a lot of you know, if you've been here since the start of my channel, I have struggled with depression and anxiety, and sometimes it really gets the best of me, but I'm hoping that you guys understand that. My sleep schedule is probably the worst out of everybody in this world, I guarantee. I go to sleep at maybe 4:30 a.m. and I wake up at like 1:30 p.m. I don't know if it's because of depression or anxiety, but I'm just wide awake at 4 a.m. for some reason, and I have to try to force myself to go to sleep. And it's really, really hard. But I'm really gonna try making more videos for you guys. It's summer. I wanna do stuff. I wanna start vlogging, even though that's so weird because I live in New York and nobody vlogs here. I feel like everybody vlogs in California and stuff. So yeah, there's none of that here. Now let me get to what you have all been waiting for. In the title is, I cut off all my friends. So I kind of lied. I kept like 3 friends, but besides that, I cut off, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This girl cut off 5 people this year and last year. Let's get into it. So those who are younger, my younger viewers, when you go to high school or middle school, be very careful with who you choose as friends. Make sure you guys have the same interests. If, you know, one's rude right off the bat, maybe you shouldn't be friends with them. Have the same sense of humor, same sarcasm, you know, everything. You want to connect, you know what I mean? But you don't want to be the same person, because when you're the same person, it doesn't go well. So I was friends with this girl probably until like 11th grade, and then after our beef was over, we were kind of civil with each other. We would say hi if we had the same classes together, we would work together through his projects and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like all civil. And then besides her, I can say one of my best friends' name. My best friend Sam, you know, we were so close, best friends through all of high school, you know, always counted on her for things. But she liked this one guy who I was trying to get him to talk. Does that make sense? I was trying to get him to talk to Sam. Yes. Alright. So yeah, she had this big crush on this guy, you know, and then I'm here like, let me add him on Snapchat, let me try to talk to him, become best friends with him, and I'll set you guys up. Well, this girl, who's also friends with Sam, twists the story and says that I had a thing with this guy. And then Sam, don't know why she believed her, but she did, unfortunately. And we weren't friends for like a good month and a half. Like, we just didn't talk at all. Nothing about it at all. Like, she didn't want to hear my story at all. So that was that. So yeah, I found out this girl says it. I completely cut her off, but you know, knowing me, I'm still so friendly. I talked to her, I worked with her during projects and class and stuff, and you know, I was just nice, you know, like a normal person should be. So there was this one day in April where we were both in, what were we in? Government. And I was like, oh no, my phone's 10%. What am I gonna do? So I go, hey, can I borrow your charger? And she goes, yeah, sure. So she gives me her charger for the period, and each period's 43 minutes. So I'm like, all right, let me give it back to you at the end of the period. And she's like, okay. So the period's over. I give her back the charger. 2 months later, it's June, right? April, May, June. It's June. And, you know, prom comes around, graduation comes around. So a day before prom, are you ready for this? Are you ready? She texts me and goes, hey, do you have my charger? Wait, actually, she didn't even say hi. She didn't even say hi. She goes, do you have my charger? In my mind, I was like, that has to be a joke. You gave me your charger in April. It's June 20th. What were you charging your phone with for the past 2 months? So before I, you know, thought about that in my mind, I was like so confused because she didn't say hi. She didn't give me any contacts basically. So I said, wait, what? And she goes, I can't seem to find my charger, and I gave it to you. I was like, yeah, you gave it to me in April, and I gave it back to you at the end of the period. And then she has the nerve to say, well, that's what I asked. Okay. What were you charging your phone with for the past 2 months? Like, what? So I literally responded. All I said was yikes. And, like, she was like, what? Question mark? And I just never answered. And, like, I saw her the next day at prom. And I just felt so powerful. First of all, 2 months later, does that make sense to you? Like, what? So, yeah, like, I unfollowed her on Instagram. Like, you know, I unfollowed a lot of people on Instagram after graduation. I couldn't stand anybody that I followed, so why was I even following them? Logic. So yeah, then my friend Sam got over it, obviously. We had prom together. She came to my pre-prom, which... Oh, let's talk about pre-prom. Okay, so this girl that I cut off, I don't know if I ever mentioned her in my story, but if I did, then this is a story. She lied to me when she was with a group of my friends who stayed quiet during the whole, like, situation. She basically lied to me. And then she cut me off, which I was fine with, like, I didn't really care. So we haven't, like, had a convo since, and she's friends with my friend Sam. So Sam would tell me that she'd, like, be talking about me and stuff, and then I would just take it. Like, I don't really care. If somebody talks about me, like, say it. Like, I don't really care. So for the past couple months, because we had the argument in, like, December, she would just talk about me, and I wouldn't really care. So on pre-prom, she turns up to my house. She goes to my house. I don't really care that she was there because I'm that nice of a person, but you could tell me, you know, the most decent thing that you could do in that kind of situation is tell the owner of the house that you're going to the house for pre-prom, because, you know, I would like a head count. It's rude that she just showed up with her family also, which was more people, and I don't know, I just thought that was, like, immature, and she should have told me. There was no reason why she couldn't text me and say that, you know. So whatever, I let it go. We were civil for the night. Yeah. Whatever, it was good. Now let's get to the juiciest part of the next friend that I cut off. So it was that friend. It was the charger friend that I cut off. So 2 people so far. Let's get to the third. Is there only 3? I don't know. I think there's only 3. I think I lied. Sorry. So let's get to the juiciest story you will hear about me cutting off a friend. So this girl was my best friend. Well, not best friend, just a friend. We've known each other since 1st grade. She drove me to school all 12th grade up until maybe 3 months ago by now. So January, February, March, April. Like April. No, yeah, April. We'll say April. So she drove me to school every day till April, and then she was starting to get, like, sketchy and sus a little bit. I was kind of just letting it go. She was kind of like, I don't know, she just didn't invite me to things, but she hasn't really invited me to things for years, you know. She would always leave me out, and I'm not the one to confront someone about that, so I kind of just let it go and was lonely in my room. So she posted on her Finsta, which, by the way, if you guys take any of my advice, take this one. I'm telling you, take it. Do not have a Finsta. This girl follows maybe the whole school on her Finsta for some reason, even though it's supposed to be with close friends. But yeah, she follows the whole school. She posts a picture with her and a few other friends saying, "Oh, I had such a great night. I'm so glad that I know my real friends. This night was just amazing. Thank you all so much." So obviously, like, I saw that because I follow her. And, you know, just looking at it, like, why would she post that when I follow her and aren't I her friend? Well, so whatever. I let it go. You know, that's just me. I let things go. Why do I do that? I don't know. So she started getting more sus than the usual, and I thought that every Finsta post that she had was subbed at me. And then she stopped bringing me to school. The first day she did, she never texted me on her way like she always does. And I was kind of just waiting. I didn't want to text her and be like, "Yo, where you at?" Because I just think that's kind of rude. So she never came. Thank God my mom was home, because then I would have been extremely late, because I was already late, but I would have been extremely late if, you know, she wasn't home. So no, she just stopped bringing me to school, didn't say anything about it, and that went on for a good month. Next part. So I saw her in the hallway for the first time in a couple weeks, and she smiled at me. And right now I was pissed off. I was mad. I didn't even want to speak to her at all. So like I semi-smiled back, but I still smiled. But I semi-smiled, you know? And then 30 minutes later, she goes on her Finsta again, which I'm still following, and she goes, "Wow, people can't even smile back anymore. Don't come crawling back to me." And in my mind, I was like, "Sweetie, I've never been crawling back to anybody, because I would never go back to someone if they do me wrong. You know, I'm being civil. I'm being nice. I semi-smiled. You're lucky you even got a smile back without an explanation as to why you just stopped talking to me." And I kind of just let that one go too. But then I was just getting really mad, and I just kept thinking about it. And I never want to confront anyone about anything. But I thought, you know, what's the worst that can happen? She's going away for college. I'm staying. She's going to be out of the state. I'm going to be in the state. And we're never going to see each other. So I thought, you know what? Let me just take a screenshot of it, send it to her, and be like, "I hope this isn't about me, because I smiled back." And we've been in arguments before. And every time we are, when she's wrong, she always double texts me, triple texts me, quadruple texts me. Just like these random sentences that don't even correlate to the situation. So she was doing that, and I knew she was lying. She was like, "No, it's not about you, it's about this girl." And she used the girl's name, who's also in my grade, who she was like, "Yeah, this is about Jeanette." So when she said Jeanette, I'm like, all right, of course she said Jeanette, because I never ever talked to Jeanette. So at that point when she said that, I kind of just didn't answer, because I knew for a fact it was about me. 30 minutes later, after I semi-smiled back, yeah, it's about me. I had the gut feeling, and I'm usually never wrong. So the same day happened to be a Business Leaders of America induction ceremony, which I was invited to because I'm in the association. And guess who else was in the association? Jeanette. So I was really brave. I went up to Jeanette, I showed her the screenshot and said, "Can you honestly tell me if this is about you or not?" And she goes, and I quote, "No, it's not about me, because we signed each other's yearbooks and we just went out for lunch together, and we've never gotten into an argument before, because they're kind of newer friends." So right when she said that, I'm like, "Thank you so much. Could I use your name in the text and say that you said it wasn't about you?" And she said, "Yeah, sure." So that's what I did. I texted her and goes, "Jeanette literally just said it isn't about her, so you can stop acting like a coward and own up to it, or just stop talking." So then she was just rambling on about stuff, and I was honestly so over it, never answered her, and I haven't answered her since. And I'm really happy that I haven't answered, because she's honestly a terrible friend, and I will never go back to her. She left me out of things. She talked about me. She was fake towards me. She would talk-ish about her other friends and then remain friends with them. Like, it didn't make sense. Like, what are you? So I am so glad that I still have my 3 friends, Sam and Kira, and then my best friend forever, my friend Caitlin, who's always on my Instagram, if you guys want to follow me. It's at the end of the video, by the way, all my social media handles, and maybe in the description, I don't know, check there. But I'm really glad that I left high school with 3 close friends that I can count on, and, you know, that's important. At first, I wasn't sure if I was gonna have any friends at the end of high school because a lot of people just didn't treat me the way that I should have been treated. So I thought everybody else was gonna turn on me, except for Caitlin. I didn't have doubts about her. Caitlin, if you're watching this, I love you. But those 3 people out of my life has made my life so much better. And I'm really glad. Sometimes all you gotta do is cut a friend off, snip snip, and that's it. So if you guys learned anything from this video is just to not have a finsta. And own up to your subbing, because people have the gut feeling, you know. Don't talk about anybody because it's not going to get you anywhere, and what good is it doing to you, honestly. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know how long it is. It's probably going to be very long, so I'm sorry in advance. But I will see you guys definitely soon. I want to record tomorrow because I'm going to be going out with Caitlin to a fair and maybe the beach, so I want to vlog, you know. And I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.